Good morning, Eagle Nation, and thank you for joining us. Today is Friday, January 14th. I'm Mithra Kama.
And I'm Melissa Ventura.
Throughout North Texas, dozens of school districts are closing due to COVID-19 outbreaks, which have resulted in the absence of many students and a lack of sufficient staffing. District leaders are hoping this extra time out of school will help slow the spread of the highly contagious Omicron variant of the virus.
On Wednesday, military recruiting officials announced that the United States Army is raising its enlistment bonus maximum to $50,000. Previously, this bonus was $40,000, and the reason for the increase was in order to, quote, entice folks to consider the Army. Recruiters are trying to fill vacancies in approximately 150 career paths, both part and full-time. These bonuses will be given to those who sign up for specific career paths and work in those roles for 6 years.
Mario Palacios, a 43-year-old man in the United States, has been charged with conspiracy to commit murder or kidnapping of Haiti's president. Palacios is one of the few suspects who managed to flee the country after the president's assassination. There are multiple investigations involving agents from the U.S. and Colombia, and if convicted, Palacios faces a life sentence in prison.
Long before Columbus made landfall in 1492, indigenous tribes called America their home. But now the tribe's way of life is being threatened. Diane Shaw has more on what this means for the future of the survivals of the tribes.
In American history classes, the timeline for the content often begins in 1607, when the settlement at Jamestown arrived. But before the English discovered America, indigenous tribes had already established rich and vibrant cultures. For 10,000 years, the Swinomish people have made the state of Washington their home. The tribe has thrived off of fishing for salmon, a fish that serves as an essential form of sustenance, becoming central to their culture and being celebrated in the first salmon ceremony every year in early October. The people gather around the beach at the beginning of salmon season. After the first day of fishing, 4 boats with a single salmon are steered to each of the 4 cardinal points. Lorraine Loomis, a Swinomish elder, said, "In recent years, the tribe has bought and frozen fish for the ceremony, but the tribe is fighting for its way of life. Tribal government is smaller, meaning it has been more effective in mobilizing, crafting climate plans and solutions, but the Swinomish and other First Nations cannot win this battle alone. Overfishing, ocean pollution, and deoxygenation have all been destroying indigenous food sources and ways of life." Chief Seattle, who ruled the Duwamish tribe in what is now Washington, said, "This we know, the earth does not belong to man, man belongs to the earth. This we know, all things are connected like the blood which unites one family. All things are connected." I'm Diane Shaw, reporting for Eagle Nation News.
Prosper Sports are in constant motion with tournament wins and district dubs. Grace Escobar is in studio with this week's edition of Game Time.
Thanks, Mithra. Last weekend, the wrestling team competed in the Sci-Fair tournament and notched multiple top 10 finishes. Junior Joseph Richardson placed second, falling short 2 points of first place. Senior Megan Flattery took home second place in her weight class, while senior Taylor Martinez was the champion of her weight class and was named the outstanding wrestler of the tournament after pinning all 5 of her opponents in the first round. The boys wrestling team will compete in the Sand Springs OK tournament at Sand Springs High School today at 5. Moving from the mats to the courts, the boys basketball team went head-to-head with Allen on Tuesday and closed the night out with a 60-53 win. The Eagles travel to McKinney Boyd tonight to face off against the Broncos at 7. Speaking of Prosper basketball, the girls team also matched up with Allen on Tuesday, but weren't able to secure the win, falling short 48-38. The Lady Eagles will compete against the Broncos tonight at 5:45 at McKinney Boyd. In pro news, the NFL playoffs kick off tomorrow afternoon. The Dallas Cowboys will go head-to-head with the San Francisco 49ers Sunday at 3:30 at AT&T Stadium. Switching over to Prosper Soccer, the boys team had a 3-2 win over Mount Pleasant this weekend and continued the weekend victories with a 7-2 W over Jefferson. The Eagles played again on Thursday and had a dominant 3-0 win over LD Bell. The boys will hit the field again on Saturday against Arlington Bowie at Keller Central High School at 3. In Lady Eagle soccer news, the girls had a dominant 5-0 win over Rockwall Heath on Tuesday. Senior forward Jordan Herrera notched 2 of the 5 goals. The Lady Eagles competed again last night against Vandergrift, the state runner-up, and finished the night with a 2-0 win. The Lady Eagles will go head-to-head with Pearland tomorrow night at 10:50 p.m. at Keller Central High School. After this short break, I'll be back with Cade Richardson and Caden De La Garza to discuss the boys' Prosper soccer season.
The application window for the Prosper Career Independent Study Program is now open. PCIS is a unique experiential learning experience designed for Prosper ISD juniors and seniors. Students study career topics of their choosing and conduct interviews with professionals in their chosen fields. For more information about the program, please view the Prosper PCIS website or contact Ms. Ballard. The deadline for all applications is Sunday, January 30th.
The boys soccer team opened its season last week and is currently 3-2. One player who I really think is going to come in clutch throughout the season is sophomore Caden Berg. Berger's had 3 goals throughout the season so far, so I really think we're just going to see him shine more and more as the season progresses. Who are you looking out for?
I think senior Davin Rosales is someone who's going to be very good for the Eagles. He's a very good dribbler and is amazing at putting the ball in the back of the net. Rosales is a huge offensive threat for this Eagles team, and I think we're going to continue to hear his name throughout the season.
Yeah, I agree. Caden?
As you mentioned, I'm really looking at sophomore Caden Berg. I know him very well, and he's a very hard worker. He really works on his craft. He's an elite striker, and it really has proved in the last few games with his 3 goals.
Yeah, we've already seen it, so we're for sure going to see it more throughout the season. What are you expecting from the Eagles against Arlington Bowie?
We really need to get our guns up quick and just start attacking. If we don't, then we could fall back a little bit. They have a very impressive defense, and it's really going to be a test to see what we can do throughout the season.
For sure. Kate?
I'm expecting a very close game. Bowie's a very good defensive team, only allowing 2 goals in their first 4 games. They also are a very good offense team, scoring 6 goals in their last 2 games. So the Eagles are really going to have their most well-rounded game of the season if they want to find a way to beat Bowie.
Yeah, there's no doubt that Saturday is for sure going to be an interesting game. Children's Hunger Fund works to meet the needs of impoverished members in their communities all around the world. Christina Krasnova has additional information on how students can volunteer their time and make a difference at this local nonprofit.
Children's Hunger Fund in Frisco works to help starving children all around the world through an initiative known as Project Food Pack. Students can volunteer to help package food for shipment or donate food to the organization for others to pack. Food packs are then distributed by volunteers and pastors to individuals and families in need. Rhonda Williams, who volunteers regularly at Children's Hunger Fund, said that she understands why some students might not see the need to volunteer locally.
In Frisco, you're not really thinking that there's a lot of need for feeding people, but there really is a need here to be able to help your community.
Yolanda Olvera, now a volunteer specialist at CHF, was impressed when she first discovered the helping dynamic in America.
To see American people helping others. It's a group, it's a family, it's students, it's in anything, any groups. They just come and help.
Williams said that she believes that volunteering at organizations such as these can leave a lasting impact on another person's life as well as on your own.
Whenever I've come to volunteer, I've seen repeat volunteer people that are just like me that have decided that the impact of Children's Hunger Fund is great enough and does enough for them personally, but it also does enough for other people that it's worth being here.
Not only is CHF a local organization, but it also works internationally, making deliveries across the globe for those in need. For more information on how to volunteer and donate, go to children'shungerfund.org. I'm Christina Krasnova, reporting for Eagle Nation News.
After this short break, Gavin Sanders gives an inside look to the Spring Meet the Eagles event.
Students who love spelling and learning new words can join the UIL spelling team and compete at the district meet in March. For more information, please contact Michelle Furr via email or stop by room 1234 in the English Hall. With spring sports in full swing, the Prosper community has an opportunity to be introduced to Eagle athletes. Gavin Sanders has the scoop on this seasonal event.
As the new year is set in motion, a new season of sports is brought along with it. Sports like baseball, softball, and lacrosse begin their season, so it's important to have a strong connection to our sport teams. To get the community more connected, Prosper has made Meet the Eagles, a way to meet and learn about the newest players and teams.
The community gets invited, you get band, you get talent-ettes, you get cheer, and then all the guys and girls get to come out and get, a lot of times you don't always get accolades, especially if you're wearing a uniform or if you have a helmet on or depending on what it is, or maybe even like our sport, wrestling. So many of our things are off campus. Nobody really gets to see us very much. So it's a great way to highlight all the student athletes that are involved and just make a positive impact for them in the community.
This season's Meet the Eagles event displayed the school's talents to the community with routines from the Prosper cheerleaders, drill team, and the Mighty Eagle Band. Along with their performances, the spring sport teams were introduced with an applause from the audience.
Just a good way to get a shout out for everybody, highlight us. So.
With the spring season just beginning, the Eagles and their community are prepared for victory. I'm Gavin Sanders reporting for Eagle Nation News.
The world of entertainment and celebrity love lives never stops. Aubrey Galante is in studio with this week's edition of Talent Talk.
Thanks, Alyssa. Bob Saget, who brought love and laughter into homes as an actor and comedian, died last Sunday at age 65. He was found dead by police in an Orlando area hotel room, and no exact cause of death has been released. In addition to playing the famed Danny Tanner on Full House, Saget was also a proud father of 3. The Saget children spoke out together about the comedian's sudden death. Aubrey, one of the Saget daughters, shared on Instagram of what appears to be the last text message she received for her dad, saying, quote, "Thank you, love you, showtime." Of all his roles, it is safe to say that fatherhood was Saget's most beloved. In celebrity love life news, America's Got Talent judge and executive producer Simon Cowell has confirmed that he is engaged with his longtime girlfriend Lauren Silverman. The couple has been through thick and thin together. For example, Cowell broke his back in 2020 and said that Silverman and their son Eric played key roles in helping him recover. Cowell said, quote, "Both Lauren and Eric were amazing. They were my support. I couldn't have done it and gotten through it without them, so we got closer." Cowell said Silverman was terrific when it came to telling their son about what his dad had gone through after he came home with rods and screws in his body. In other engagement news, rapper Machine Gun Kelly proposed to actress Megan Fox. Last Tuesday, Fox shared a video to her Instagram of Kelly taking a knee at the top of a flight of outdoor stairs under the tree, where the two say they fell in love back in July of 2020. This will be the second marriage for Fox, as she previously married actor Brian Austin Green, and for Kelly, it is his first. Eggs can be boiled, fried, and scrambled, but one class at PHS takes a different approach to egg handling. Parker Reynolds explains why you may have seen students carefully carrying eggs around campus this week.
This week, JV cheer coach Emily Allen's AP Psychology class participated in an annual Egg Baby event in which the students are tasked with designing egg baby faces, giving their babies names, and creating carrier cases. Students brought their egg babies to school and cared for them Monday through Friday. They completed 3 activities with the babies each day throughout the week and took pictures with the eggs to receive credit.
It's designed to take some of the content in this unit that is kind of hard to grasp or make connections with, so it kind of puts a little bit of something that's really intangible tied to something that's more tangible, like even though it's just an egg, they kind of have to apply it to something other than just reading and understanding it. And then also it teaches them a little bit of responsibility.
Students had to get creative when finding ways to protect their eggs throughout the week, some using bowls, boxes, and even a miniature cradle. If they let the eggs drop and crack, they received reductions in their grades and had to reflect on how they could have better protected their eggs.
I feel like I've bonded with my egg. Coach Allen can tell you when I first came with the egg, I had it sealed in a container and I didn't draw a face on it at all. But now I've given it a name and I actually like doing activities with her.
Allen's class incorporates this week into their unit on baby growth and development, as well as creating responsible habits. I'm Parker Reynolds, reporting for Eagle Nation News.
As the world begins to bounce back and return to normalcy amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, many students may have noticed a change in gas prices when filling up their cars. Coleman Meyer provides more information on why fuel prices in the U.S. are continuing to rise.
With the effects of the pandemic still impacting people and businesses worldwide, many individuals have had to make adjustments to everyday life in order to keep up with the constant changes occurring around them. With this in mind, many students may have noticed a rise in gas prices when filling up their cars. But what isn't as evident is the reason behind it. Supply and demand is a system that impacts the value of every product. At the onset of the pandemic, nearly 2 years ago, the United States experienced a drastic sudden decrease in active drivers. With fewer people on the roads, the demand for gas, as well as the price for fuel, dropped significantly. Now, with more drivers back on the road, the demand for fuel has begun to increase again. But due to slowed production and lower supply, the prices have gone up tremendously. As the world continues to recover from the effects of the pandemic, according to Business Insider, drivers can expect higher oil and other energy prices for months to come. But with time, as more people get back to work and fuel production starts up again, commuters can expect to see prices return to normal. I'm Coleman Meyer, reporting for Eagle Nation News.
That's all we have for you today, Eagle Nation. I'm Melissa Ventura.
And I'm Mithra Kama. The PHS cheer team is competing in the UIL state competition tomorrow in Fort Worth. We leave you with a video of the team's performance routine. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Just a reminder, you have Monday off for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Enjoy the 3-day weekend.
From Prosper, Texas.